What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Flash Dragon Con video. So we've got Dragon Con that is happening this weekend, and boy does it look good. Some of the highlights for me has possibly been, well, the Flash panel, and possibly as well Xavier Woods dressing up as the Power Rangers, Big E from WWE dressing up as Sasha Banks. I've got to say, that is hilarious, and it is a huge convention now. It has grown and grown and grown over the years, and I'm super excited to possibly one day go to that, because I've always wanted to go to Atlanta, and I love comics, obviously, and I really want to go to that convention. Maybe I'll do an American convention at some point in my life. I have to do SDCC at some point. It is the epicenter of conventions, isn't it? We've got MCM in the UK, which I'm going to be going to. I go twice a year, albeit I sacked it off this year for HVFF, but I will be going and filming the panels. But if you're new to the channel, a like and a subscribe is super appreciated here. Welcome to this video. So, The Flash, it's not long. It's really not long. I just really want it back in my life. But here we have it. We've got a panel which has featured most people who are pretty much dead on the show. So we've got like Reverse Flash, we've got Rick Cosnett, who played, of course, Iris's doomed lover. We've also had, like I said, Reverse Flash. We've got, well, we've got John Wesley Shipp and his wife there as well. Well, his TV wife, let's say. But the first thing that was noted as well was with the Arrow part of Dragon Con, where we had Willa Holland, who said that she would love to see an all-female mission or episode for Arrow, which I am totally behind, because we have quite a lot of females now on the show. We've got obviously Willa Holland, we've got Felicity, we have also got two Black Canary, a Black Siren, and we did have Artemis. I don't know where she is. Maybe she can like turn good and join. But I'm thinking having this female mission would be so good. I know a lot of people will be like, women, I hate them, but I think that they could pull this off expertly, and it's something which would be really nice. What I think would be cool would be having Oliver Queen tied up or taken by one of the villains this season, because we know it's going to be a group, and it'd be cool to see him actually have to be saved by his support group. We did have that last season as well, when he was kidnapped. So I really liked that episode. I thought that was pretty cool. So her saying this has really got me going, and I really do want to see something like that on the show. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think it'd be cool to see an all-female badass team take them on? Well, we did have the Birds of Prey episode earlier in an earlier season, and really, let's give the females some time to shine here, because they are all pretty badass. Well, Felicity's a bit, but the rest are cool. I really do like Juliana Harkavay. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I don't know. But having her as the Black Canary was really dope. And seeing her lead the charge with Thea would be really cool. Now, what is really cool is when John Wesley Shipp was actually asked who he wants on the show. Now, obviously, there is an absolute mine, or absolute gold mine, of characters they could have on this show. I mean, the DC universe is expansive, and it would be a really great thing to have even more comic book characters on the show. But John Wesley Shipp, when asked, he said that what he would want Rose and Thorn. So Rose and Thorn is a pretty interesting choice here. Now, Rose and Thorn is a character who is, well, Rose and she's Thorn. She has a split personality disorder, and one of her personality has the powers, while the other pretty much goes around and lives her normal life, which is what I think they're doing in Supergirl with Reign, where she has two personalities. One of them is her normal kind of human-looking or humanoid self, and the other one is the World Killer. But that's a bit of Supergirl stuff for you there. Now, what would be really dope here is if, like John Wesley Shipp said, he wants to have it on Earth 3. He wants to have Earth 3 to be explored more. And what's interesting is that Tom Cavanaugh, who plays Harrison Wells, dropped some info by saying that what is going on is that Violet Bean, our Jesse Quick, is the Flash of Earth 3. So having a team up, having the meeting of two Flashes there, well, they've met before, obviously, but having them work together like that would be cool to take down Rose and Thorn. But obviously, it is the Flash, it is Barry Allen's show. But Rose and Thorn was a character, a villain of the Jay Garrick Flash, so he took her on. And then what is even more cool about, leads us into Legends of Tomorrow Justice Society, is the fact that once she came over everything, once she stopped being evil and was saved by the Paradise Island people, Wonder Woman, all this kind of stuff, is the fact that what happened, she was cured, and then she met Alan Scott. Well, she married Alan Scott and gave birth to 2 children, one of which was Obsidian, who was in the Legends of Tomorrow Justice Society. So that's pretty badass there, getting really, really deep in there. And he did also say that he would love to meet up with Victor Garber, Martin Stein and Ray Palmer. And I think that would be pretty cool, seeing him on Legends. Again, Obsidian, Rose and Thorn. You see where I'm going with that? That would be a really nice touch there, to be honest. And we could see some sort of more Justice Society kind of workings out and goings on, because I felt really shortchanged by the Justice Society. Now, next up, we have got Matt Lesher, who said that we had a question which asked, what crossovers would you want? And Matt Lesher said, in a typical Reverse Flash Thorn way of saying, that he wants to meet up with himself. I know what you're saying, you're thinking that, hold on, he's dead. But no, Reverse Flash always comes back. He came back recently in the Button storyline in the comics, which is amazing. If you haven't read it, it's highly worth checking out. Check it out on Comixology. You can pick up the trade down below in my Amazon comic links. But it was a very cool thing for him to say, the fact that he wants to meet up with a pre-evil Thorn. And what I think is a shame is that we never really explored the century that he comes back from. And we recently did that in the comics, and we had a new origin for Eobard Thorn, of the fact that he was a fanboy, and he then started causing crumbs. He got to meet his hero, but then the Barry Allen found out that he was causing, the Eobard Thorn was causing all the problems in everything, and then he was doing this simply just to get his power, get sort of famous, and that's not what the Flash is about, man. And then he later on became the curator of the Flash Museum, which is a crazy thing. But seeing this on the show would be awesome. I really do want that to actually happen. I think that would be a great thing to do. Maybe not this season, not next season, but down the line, I think, when we inevitably have the Reverse Flash return. Now, finally, we had something else which I thought was really nice. A nice little touch here was the fact that John Wesley Shipp was asked about having possibly the original, the 90s Flash costume come back. And he said that if you want it, you're going to need to tweet it, which I think would be cool. So I think everyone should get behind it, say like hashtag Flash 90s to get hit back. I know it's a long shot, it probably won't actually happen, but it would be a nice touch all the same. But I think that this was really cool. I think having, as well, the best part of this is possibly having a Reverse Flash meet up with himself and maybe beat himself up, which would be really, really funny. But I know that is a really, really long thing. And one thing which I didn't say explicitly here or in more depth was the fact that Legends of Tomorrow John Wesley Shipp would be super, super cool. And let me know what you think. What time period could we see Jay Garrick go with the Legends 2? Would you want to see him go back to the 40s? I would really, really like it, to be honest. So let me know what you think in the comments. Please do drop a like. Please do subscribe. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.